chosen ones, empaths, and all the genuine souls. Don't be mistaken. This narcissist might have left first. Alright, they might have abandoned you or ghosted you or discarded you or left you in incredible pain. But really it's you that eventually walked away first. You really let go. They're not serious. Alright? A lot of what they tell you, the reasons they're going, or even if they don't tell you, and they try to insinuate some, they try to, leave some impression on you that it's about some particular reason, that or the other, to try and maybe affect your self-esteem or whatever. And this is not just romantic relationships, it's all types of relationships, right? The thing is what happened, a lot of you, what happened is you gave up, right? You said enough is enough. You unplugged from that person. Some of you may have tried to persist, or tried to sort the relationship out, or tried to reconcile. Others of you might have just immediately pulled away. But what I'm saying is you need to understand and embrace, and don't underestimate the power that you had when you walked away first, because this is not what they was thinking you could do, okay? And they can't quite fathom, and narcissists certainly can't quite fathom how you're going alone now. All right, you haven't rushed into a new relationship. You're doing your thing on your alone, and that's why I want to empower you, right? As lone wolves or chosen ones, empaths, genuine souls. I want to empower you that this is the right path for you. All right, I've spoken to many people that have chosen to do this path, and I've seen it be more consistent, that this is beneficial. All right, like, for example, the longer the time, say it was a romantic relationship with the narcissist, the longer time that you spend being single, in today's society, they deem that as, oh, it's something wrong with you or something like that. Okay, but really, you gain power. And behind the scenes, you're doing a lot of work. Okay? You find meaning in your life. You find purpose. You find something to focus on. You break the matrix. Alright? You break the matrix. Literally. I know that might sound cliche, but you do. You break from this world. And it's such a empowering thing. And many of you might not understand what I'm on about, but you will get there. I believe, as authentic souls that you are, beings of light, you're all collectively going in the same direction. All right, you're all going in the same direction. You'll see, many of you will see, like, how the narcissist may have abandoned you, discarded you, ghosted you, and then they're the one that pops back up and tries to do some foolishness to you, or tries to annoy you or bait you or do something, and you're like, nah. You not only don't want to be around them, you don't want to be around any fakes, any snakes. And if you've got a few certified people around you, that's okay. But you honestly don't want to be around them. You don't want nothing to do with them. And this is why I'll say that, like, there's nothing worse than being hurt. If anyone's listening now that's hurt in darkness, maybe not seeing that that's what I want to try and draw some light to, that this is actually the right move you're making in being alone. Don't try to fight it. Don't try to resist it. Trust the process. All right. It's especially after narcissistic abuse, adopting the lone wolf strategy. Like I always say on this series, like, the lone wolf is not always alone. Okay. It will find his pack. It will unite with his pack at a point in time. But there is a period of time that is vitally necessary for you to recuperate and recharge and re-energize. And the initial point of this happening is all sourced from when you make that step to unplug, to walk away first. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. You are the one who walks away. Don't ever get it confused that the narcissist has walked away first, or the narcissist has abandoned you, ghosted you, or discarded you, done something like that. You're the one who's unplugged. You're the one who's walked away first, and they know it. Narcissists never truly disengage from their former suppliers. They never do. So as much as narcissists might try and attempt to leave you with no closure, they never get no finality or closure from the situations neither. Okay? You actually gain closure through being alone, through adopting a lone wolf strategy, through unplugging. And it all starts with that. For those that are there, or for those that are further along, you know, it all starts with you unplugging from that thing and saying enough is enough, you're going in your own direction. Even if you think that slightly in your mind wanders and you think this is the wrong direction, maybe you should try and fix things. In whatever type of relationship it is with a narcissist, maybe you should try and fix things. Maybe you should go back to that job. Maybe you should do that. You realize that that's not necessary, and this going it alone is a much better route for you. All right, I'll bring up something that's a bit off the topic, but I'm gonna say it. If you've gained any insight, unless this is your first time here, welcome. But if you've gained any insight from the videos that you've watched of ours on this channel, what I'm saying is I could have gone down other routes, right? I remember when I started YouTube, I had not many subscribers. Maybe one of them was a friend, one of them was someone else, another friend, and one was a friend. They weren't close friends like who I've known for years. There was someone who I was around, and they subscribed. It was about 2 people. I had 4. I remember I had 4, but yeah, I had 4, and nothing was really changing. And I was going to go back to my old job. I'm not saying that job was toxic or some of the people were toxic, but I really wanted that job, and I prayed for that job, and I thought, no, I should get this job. I thought, yeah, I can do YouTube at the same time. Okay, and really, I think I would have got distracted. And that's what a lot of these things, this is what you have to understand about the lone wolf strategy. These people around you are distractions. The people around you are distractions. Alright, some of these jobs that you're in are distractions. I'm not telling you to give your job up. I am not telling you to give your job up. But I'm saying, you know, some of these jobs are, some of these things are distractions. Alright? I've had other jobs since, and I've managed to do it with YouTube and things like that, because I do contract work in electrical. But I'm saying at that specific time, what I needed to point at, I got a bit sidetracked. What I need to point at is when I was going back to that job, that was, you know, I saw some growth in the channel sometime later. I can't remember what month that was, but it was some months later. I saw some growth in the channel, right? And that wouldn't have happened if I'd got distracted. And so I know this is YouTube and it's off the topic, but I'm saying this goes for life. Okay, you invest in yourself, you invest in something, and that's what I'm saying. If you've gained any insight, then I might not have been there to say it. I'm not saying I'm cleverer than you, I'm more intelligent, I'm more this. I'm saying you've had an experience, everyone's had an experience, and you can all learn from each other. And if you've gained anything, it's great. It's fortunate that I didn't go back to that job. So that's why I look at certain things differently. All right. So even when it don't make sense, when you're going in the opposite direction, or you're finding discomfort in being alone, you will master it. And I want you to feel empowered. Like, be in your mind like, I'm choosing not to give my time to unnecessary people, or even go down the route of trying to figure people out. And if they aren't, narcissists always do that. Is it them? Is it not them? These crank calls, these fake profiles. Is it them? Is it not them? This is what they always do. When you disengage and you go the lone wolf strategy, you avoid all these things, and it doesn't need to necessarily be. It needs to be till you heal. You get empowered, you become in a better place, and if you want to find your pack, you can find your pack. Okay? You can do that. But I just see there's so much benefit from offering. It's not even pros and cons. Like, I know you might put in the comment section, hey Zion, everything has pros and cons. Listen, with choosing the path of solitude, you have to trust in the process that maybe by choosing not to go into that avenue or that route, it's actually better for you to be alone for this period of time. All right, and that will lead you to where you do find your pack, and it will be more meaningful. And I'm not trying to give you the fantasy of the magical other, right? Please don't fall into the fantasy of the magical other, the first person that you meet after the narcissist in a romantic sense, or the first bunch of friends that you hang around with, or the next job is going to be the best thing ever. But it can be, but it's not always like that. So just keep vigilant, all right, and be selective. That's something that you should feel empowered about, that you are selective now. You've finally been selective. You've always, I think a lot of you, right, as empath shows one of genuine souls, you've always been there supporting people, helping people, giving your time, your dedication. You listen, you do these things, you give your energy, and people don't, it's not that you're doing these things so people do treat you the same. You just thought everyone was on a level, and now you've realized everyone's not. So you've got to be selective. And when you see like unnatural behavior, things you wouldn't do even if you was really not seeing correctly, all right, like you see patterns from people, all right, and it's like you shouldn't tolerate none of this. And you, by not having by choosing the solitary route for a period of time till you find your pack, you stop. When you're around, especially in young years, I'm not sure how old you are. I know the rough age, I don't know what age people watch on each video, but I know the rough age of the estimate, like it goes all the way from 18 to over 70 or whatever. So it's just, all of you will be able to look back, whether you look back to school, you look back and you realize you gave your time to people unnecessarily. And what I'm saying is like, I don't ever want any of you to feel like it's too late or anything. Or it's like, I've heard of people meeting their soulmate in their 70s, and they travel the world together, or they travel different countries together. And I'm just saying, like, don't, like, you can find something if you want to, but just don't necessarily, just still be vigilant. All right, I don't want anyone like settling in something toxic. Right, it's better to remember, yeah. It's better to be alone than around toxic people. Narcissists, all that. It's better to be alone. Do you know what I mean? They bring a lot of drama. They bring a lot of chaos. And it's better to be alone. Alright? So embrace that this narcissist might have discarded, abandoned, ghosted, done all these things first. But really, you are the one that walked away. Alright? You are the one that walked away. You've gone on a solitary route. Do not find it uncomfortable. Okay, I know it will be at times, especially at the early days, and those of you that are further along the journey can vouch for it. But I've seen, like, there's no need to rush now. You know that. That's one. If you can take one thing from this video, do not rush. Think, take your time, and be selective. So anyway, thanks for listening today. I really appreciate the support. Please book a session if you'd like to. You may donate or support to the channel if you want to. Check out the spiritual channel for more content. Our podcast is now on Spotify. All links you need are in the description box below.